This is a chakra scan for Serenity. So I already surrounded us in positive space when I retrieved your code name from your guides. I have a couple of crystals here. And I have some guides coming in. So one of these, not all of these are yours though. Some of these are from the council that I channel. But either way, my guides are going to be in communication with yours. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and begin the scan with my quartz crystal here. The other one I'm going to be using is my purple fluorite. So this is really good for mental clarity. It's also good for anything related with the third eye and the crown chakra. So mediumship, psychic abilities, empathy, psychic protection. And then this is really good for clearing in general, calling on higher energies, and a lot of other things. Quartz is kind of an all-purpose stone. You can use it for pretty much anything. So when I'm feeling the energy around you, it feels like it's emitting, it just feels like peace is what it feels like. It feels like your guides are wanting to surround you in a really peaceful energy, and a really peaceful state. So inwardly, a really peaceful state is something that they're attempting to send you. And it feels like some of this stuff with the scalp that you're asking about, it feels like some of this has to do with thoughts in your head and worries, things like that. Excessive thoughts in your head causes buildup to happen here. I don't feel like that's the only thing going on in that area. It does feel like the crown chakra could definitely be spinning much more. It feels like it's trying to spin, so it doesn't feel like it's entirely stuck. It doesn't feel like it's just jammed stuck. It feels like it's attempting to spin, but it's not really spinning properly. It's not really rotating in the way that it's really supposed to. But a lot of this just has to do with your mind. It has to do with stilling your mind. There's also things that you pick up on that you're not really aware of. So you're also picking up on energies from other, it doesn't feel like only people. It feels like animals, even just energies in general, entities. So this just feels like a sensitivity to energy. Some of this could even be mediumship a little bit. But right now this feels pretty blocked here. And I don't even feel like it would be really a good thing to develop something like mediumship just because of how open this is in the sense of you're absorbing a lot of things. So that's something to be aware of, to start closing off your space. But it feels like the main way that you're going to close off your space is make sure that you are still mentally, and that's automatically going to ground you. So that's also automatically going to close your energy off more, and you're not going to be so high up here where you're going to pick up on everything. So it's not that it's exactly going to lower your energy, because you'll actually be vibrating higher, but you'll be more grounded. Which is what you want. You need to be very present. So part of this is a matter of just catching yourself. And I feel like you're going to find that there are a lot more thoughts in your head than you're even consciously aware of, because it's very natural, obviously, to just be thinking all of the time. And it's okay to have thoughts, obviously, but your guides are just saying that they need to be about the present. They need to be about what is relevant to what's going on with you right now. Otherwise, they're just going to add. But at the same time, not worrying about things in the present either, or what could happen out of things in the present. And I don't feel like you necessarily worry too much. But it's just kind of more like excessive thoughts in general. It doesn't feel like it's only having to do with worries. It just feels like a lot of excessive thoughts, and this can make you ungrounded. But the thing is, a lot of this is coming from other people. Now, it might not be their exact thoughts coming into your head, but what it would be like is someone is over here, they're thinking about something really intently. Maybe they're emotional as well about whatever it is that they're thinking about, and so they're emitting this energy. And if you pick up on that energy, it's like this excess energy, and this can kind of fuel your brain. It can fuel your mind to start thinking all of these thoughts out of that energy. So they're still going to be your thoughts. They will still seem like something that you would think or that is relevant to you, but you're still essentially picking up on it from other people, because you wouldn't have gone into any kind of tangent or had these thoughts if it hadn't have been for picking up on other people. I feel almost like they're talking about going into a mall and feeling like you're in a meditation where you are like surrounded by a lot of people, and you're not really having any thoughts going through your head. It feels like this is something to really get down, to master. But I feel like when you're in your own space and there's not so much really happening that is going to keep your mind really focused or stimulated on something, I feel like that can be even more of a problem area. Surprisingly, because even though you're in your own space, but someone doesn't have to be right there necessarily in order for you to pick up on their thoughts. That's one thing. The other thing would be that if you're so used to picking up on all this stuff, you can just get into this habit of this is just something that your mind is going to do. Almost like a nervous habit, like if somebody bites their lip or they bite their nails or they kick their feet back and forth when they're sitting, kind of thing. It's just excess energy and you want to put it somewhere. You want to have something to do with that energy, in other words. So the crown chakra and the third eye, I would say especially the crown chakra. These are some areas to work on here. And even these chakras above, there's a feeling like they could open up more. It would be good if they opened up more and they expanded. Because you want to have thoughts in your head, but you want to have the right thoughts. If these are really open and this is working and you do have some mediumship ability, then you're going to be able to almost channel thoughts more from your own reality, in a sense, higher aspects of you, also your guides. So it would be more like inspired thoughts, inspired feelings, versus picking up on something that you really don't want to be feeling or you really don't want to be thinking. But you have to be grounded before that can happen. So another chakra to work on then would be the root chakra. So this chakra is feeling a little bit more jammed. This one feels a little bit more stuck. So this is a chakra to work on. You can visualize it spinning. It doesn't even matter if it spins like clockwise or counterclockwise at first. It really doesn't matter. It can spin frontwards or backwards. You know, it can do somersaults, whatever. What really matters is that it starts moving, because it feels kind of jammed in a sense, like it can't really turn or move. But some of this has to do with fears and stress, and also having the opposite. If you're feeling relaxed, you're feeling at peace, then this chakra is automatically going to expand more. And it's going to feel less stuck, because if something is stuck, then it's tense. So if you're releasing and allowing, you're letting go, surrendering, then that automatically causes an expansion. It causes something to open up, to free itself more. So because you're having some issues in both of these areas, so the highest chakras and the lowest chakras, at least of the 7 anyway, this means that the ones in between, they're definitely going to be feeling that a little bit. So there's going to be some blocks probably with all of those chakras. That doesn't mean they are like jammed where they're not moving properly. But obviously, if energy isn't flowing back and forth or flowing properly down and up, then obviously there's going to be just blocks in the flow of energy that's going to be passing through all of the different chakras. But the heart chakra, this is definitely a stronger chakra for you. This is a chakra that's definitely, there's less issues with this chakra. It's definitely spinning very well, despite kind of the lack of energy that would be passing through to it. The solar plexus as well is spinning somewhat. Whereas like this one, these up here, they're attempting to spin. Not so much the third eye, but this crown chakra here. The third eye, it did seem like it was spinning somewhat. So this isn't stuck. It is rotating. It's rotating slowly. Whereas the heart chakra, it's rotating at a quicker, more kind of normal pace. Now your sacral, though, your sacral is definitely kind of the most blocked area that I'm picking up on. And I'm getting kind of a pain in this area as well. So this could even cause physical problems, whether it's causing them now, it could end up causing them in the future. This is definitely an area to work on. But grounding and helping the root chakra to spin properly and expand the way it needs to, that's automatically going to help energy get up into this sacral chakra. But the sacral chakra tends to hold on to a lot of energies. It also helps to cleanse all of the other chakras. When it's really working right, it helps to cleanse out all of the other chakras. But it also stores and processes a lot of energy. It also holds on to a lot of things like trauma. It holds on to fears. It holds on to sexual energies as well. And also fears related to that, or trauma even related to that. There's a lot of energy that is held in there, so this can also cause a lot of different types of emotions. You can feel very alone, you can be moody, it can cause things like depression, and it can just cause emotions to kind of go up and down. It can also cause you to detach from things excessively, or it can cause you to attach to things or people excessively. And this is just all out of fears. It's all very fear related. Okay, so we are to the time frame, and so that is the end of this reading. Okay, so thank you so much, Serenity, for allowing me to do this reading for you. I truly hope that this benefits you. Thank you very much. Namaste.